Camera up. Alright, oh, sorry about the link. Didn't work as good as I thought. Let's see if I can. Alright. Much later, I'll try to fix my links, guys. Give me just a second. It's not working. Wow, me. Let's see here. Share to. Let's see if I can. Alright guys, I'm trying to get this to work. I apologize if it is not working like it should. Issues here. So. Okay, stick with me guys, don't lose me, don't lose me. See if I can hotspot this phone and see if I can get it to work. I do apologize. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, Beth Forsyth, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you guys so much. All right. Let's see here. I am not good at this, so thank you guys for coming in and watching my live stream. I appreciate you so much. I'm trying to let's see here. I'm trying to share this to a couple of places. Let's see here. Okay. Share. Copy my link. Let's go to the fake book. Let's see here. Paste. Fake book. Pages. Bear with me, guys. I'll be right there. Okay. All right. I think that I am ready to go. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me set this up. Thank you guys for being very patient with me there for a second while I get this set up. All right, guys. Welcome to a live. I haven't done one of these in a long time, and I'm a little out of practice, as you can tell. The original link didn't work. So I had to jump on and just redo it again. If you're new here and it's just your first time seeing me, I appreciate you guys stopping in. If you're not already, hit the subscribe button. And can Marshall say hey? Marshall is in the house right now. It is, you can probably hear it's raining right now. Didn't want to get him out in the wet. I'm out here in the shop right now. And if it's loud and the rain is too much, y'all just let me know in the chat if it is. I'm sorry if it is. Hashtag not sponsored. So, but I will have Marshall on some live streams. I'm going to try to hopefully maybe start doing these a little bit more frequent. I do enjoy getting on here and talking with folks. Wet dog smells good. No, it doesn't. Because he got wet earlier when I took him out to walk, and he did not smell good. So, anyway, prepping tackle tonight, getting ready for the weekend. Being a holiday weekend, I'm not 100% sure where and when I'm going to go. Pickwick and Bay Springs is going to be a madhouse this weekend, and I'm probably not going to go there. I'll probably hit up a little watershed. I'm not sure if I'm going to go maybe Tipper Lake, maybe Hurricane Creek. So I haven't decided yet. But me and Marshall will definitely be on one of those two bodies of water, or another one, watershed, small lake, at some point. I know you guys use scissors in your boat. Some of you guys use braided scissors, but I have found that in the craft section of Walmart, these craft scissors, I usually keep a couple of pair in the boat with me at all times, just because it cuts line and braid really quick, and it is really easy to deal with. I had some like this, but I'm bad to step on them, so that's why I usually keep two pairs with me at all times, because I'm going to break them. Probably at some point, I usually step on them. So, prepping for the weekend. It's been hot here. Really hot, as it has been everywhere else. So I'm just prepping for that. It's probably going to be a lot of deep water stuff. A lot of slow presentations. I've been catching them here lately, dragging a worm. A big, like 10-inch worm. Been dragging it around Pickwick, caught a few. As you can see in the last video I posted when me and Marshall went out, I was fishing. It was a Zoom old monster. And I think that color was called, I actually got one right here. I'll find it. This is my tackle box. I got $5,000 worth of plain old tackle boxes, and I use a bag that I get. Usually the bag that I was picked up at the tackle stores are usually what I use. Let's see here. Here's what I was using last time. The old monster. This is plum. Picked that up at Second Amendment in Corinth. And I was also using, this is plum apple. I don't know if you guys can see that color real good. But plum and plum apple, for me, is a really good color in the summertime. Especially if you're going to be dragging out deep. Also, been using a little bit of a scrounger head on a jerky jay. See a Castaic jerky jay. I don't know if you guys, kind of like a fluke, but kind of a more lifelike look than like a normal fluke. And I've been pulling that around as well out on the deeper ledges. Been trying to learn that. Admittedly, not good at it. So that's what I've been using here lately. And also just a few things. Let's see, Zoom's hard to beat. Red bug, absolutely. Red bug is a very good color this time of year, any time of year. Red bug or red shad is really good. Let's see here. Here's what I was using last time. Big 1/2 ounce Beast Coast tungsten weight. A Zoom Super Crawl or Super. Yeah, it's a larger version of a Speed Crawl. Maybe a Super Speed Crawl. I think that was. Got a few bites on that. Let's see here. Here's a good staple. And if you guys have trouble and you're around a grassy lake that, you want to fish slow but don't want to get hung up in the grass. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a Mojo Rig. Mojo Rig, what it is essentially is a very light wire Carolina rig. What I've done is took two bobber stops and put on both sides of that weight, and this weight actually come off a rooster tail. A little bladed inline spinner. If you guys from up north, I don't know who else watching. We call them rooster tails. I don't care what brand you buy, they're all rooster tails to us. So that's what I was using as well. Probably will use that this weekend Got a new rod as well. I got a favorite Defender. I really like this rod. This is actually my second rod because I had this on jerky jig. No, I had it on a hair jig. Fishing ledges, got it hung up, jerked on it, did what I knew better than to do, and I broke a brand new rod. That was my fault. Can't blame Favorite or the tackle store. That was my fault. Somebody asked a question. What line size and weight on that rig? Which rig are you talking about? The Texas rig or the Mojo rig? They're Morrison Outdoors. Which rig were you referring to there? Let's see here. Mojo rig. I've got that set up on a, I think I've got 15-pound braid just spooled up on my line, and this is 8-pound fluorocarbon. And the weight, I use the lightest that I can get away with. I think this may be an 1/8 or a 1/16. I'm not sure. This is just a cheap Ozark Trail inline spinner that you get at Walmart. You can get them for $1. It's kind of expensive for, that small of a weight, but that's about the only way that you can buy this type of weight. Now, you can get a mold from Do It Molds and make, the weights for the inline spinners, but, do you really want to pay $50 for a mold and all that equipment to pour weight that, you'll use a couple times a year? Now, I do make my own lures sometimes, so that, for me, I would use that a lot. But other than that, I just go to Walmart and get an inline spinner for $1. Cut the weight out of it, and then you got your weight for your Mojo rig. This was my, this is kind of a ledge fishing setup. This is what I've been trying to learn. This is a scrounger head. I think this is a 1 ounce actually, and this is like an 8-inch fluke. And I did catch a 10-pounder on that. Unfortunately, the 10-pounder was a drum. Really good fight. But I thought that I done caught the monster. Have I fished the slash yet? No, I have not had a chance to fish the slash. I really would like to, but I can't go in the new boat down there. I would like to, but I'm scared to take the new boat. And I could take the flat bottom, but it's a lot of work and it's really hot right now. So I chalk that up to laziness. But I would love to fish the slash. Did drag around a Carolina rig as well the other day. Didn't do any good on that. Mostly did good on that big worm. That's what I caught a few fish on the other day. And also let me find it. Here it is. I had a coworker whose husband is a friend of mine, and he gave me a couple of baits that he's a coach on the high school team here, and he gave me some baits that he had some extras. One was a deep diamond crankbait, or like a medium diver rather, but it's crawfish color. The other one was this pretty little jewel right here. I did catch about a 2.5-pound smallie on this Monday. I went fishing after work Monday. I used to use that Save the Bass Fishing. Hey man, that's a good time. Hello Trent. But anyway, this is, I think the brand of this is RM3 Custom Crankbaits. I think they are on Facebook. I have a card and I don't know where the card is. But that's a crankbait that I got. Trent, if you're still on here, my super chat is now open for you to take advantage of. Anyway, that's a good color. Like I said, I caught about a 2.5-pound smallie on it. Banging around on the rip wrap. I was up around the dam at Pickwick. you know, they've done a lot of work up there, and there's a lot of riprap, well, there always have been around the levee. And I was just throwing that, banging that around, and yeah, good time with that as well. If you're here, comment below what have you guys been using here lately, and what you guys been fishing with, and let me know, because I need all the help I can get. Leo says kayak. I have not used a kayak in a while. The one that I had, I sold it. Got to where, for some reason or another, when I was sitting that, it would hurt my knees. I don't know why. If I was sitting for, you know, over an hour, my knees just got it aching, no matter if I moved around a lot. But, and I sold the kayak to my cousin's wife's brother. And he's been using it, and as far as I know, he's been catching a lot of fish out of it. Let me check my chat. Yeah, I'm getting old, Beth. I am getting old. My knees, everything on me hurts. It takes me a while to, you know, to get up in the morning. My wife says, "Is the floor popping?" I said, "Nope, that's just my knees." So, and Trent used all of his money for the hot tub for the next live stream. Well, I would say that's a sound investment. There, Trent Sue. You guys like gaming? You like old games? Check out Su's channel. He's got a really good channel. Does live streams, I think, on Monday nights. Threw a wacky rig a little bit. Didn't get anything on that. Other than hung up. Let's see what else we've been using here lately. There's my butt. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm going to get slammed for violation of Facebook code. Nothing graphic. I'll be violating YouTube's terms. All right. Here's a good top water for this time of year, guys. This is a walking style bait, kind of like a Strike King Sexy Dog. This is a Profound Outdoors Azuma. This is a Z-Dog. 13 Fishing has got a really good walking bait now. It's called a, I don't know what it's called because I forgot. But it's a kind of, I got 2 knockers in it. It's really good. Let's see here. Buzzbait, frog early, sun up, go to June bug, trick worm. On 1/8 ounce weight, caught 10 last Saturday, biggest 4 pounds. That solid setup there. Morrison Outdoors. I agree with you. I like a buzzbait, love a buzzbait. Also a whopper plopper, like that as well. Depending on the conditions, but a 1/8 ounce trick worm, that's money. You got yourself a solid setup there. Also try a Z-Bait Co. They got a stick worm, very good as well. Also, that's a sleeper lure right there, guys. This is a Z-Boss. This is the Profound Outdoors Z-Boss 10. This is a 10-foot diving crankbait. And it's got a really unique bill on it, really unique shape. And what this thing does is it'll go down and dig when it gets there. You know, you want to bounce on the bottom. But this one, you can actually reel it really slow. It doesn't have a high sink rate, a high floating rate. And you can kind of just ease this along the bottom, kind of like a worm. And that's a really good bait. They make it in a 25-foot diver and a 20-foot diver as well. Really good. A lot of people use these on Pickwick. You just don't hear about them because they don't want you to know. But those Z-Boss crankbaits are really, really good. Really good. But that's my setups that I have been using here lately. I'm putting all these rods up. Also, I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to crappie fish this weekend or I'm going to bass fish. Haven't made that decision yet. Still on the fence. May do both. Who knows? I may just bring the crappie rods while I'm out. Normally what happens is when I'm crappie fishing, I see a lot of bass. And when I am bass fishing, I see a lot of crappie. So it's just, I don't have enough room a lot of times for me and the dog and all my rods, because I've got 12-foot rods that I use to pull crankbaits and crappie fish with. But I may take it this weekend. I don't know. I may, I may just go strictly crappie. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. But, yeah, let me show you guys something here. Take with me. Yes. FYI, if you get a favorite Defender rod, nothing wrong with this rod. This is a good rod. 7.6, medium heavy. But if you get hung and you get aggravated, you put your hand right about here and push out, it'll break. My fault, not favorites. These are good rods. I got these at Second Amendment in Corinth. If you guys ever are in Corinth, I don't know where you guys are from tonight, but if you're there, go by and check those guys out. They're really, really good people. But, okay. Time to start putting all these rods up now. I appreciate you guys for watching tonight. Like I said, if you've not subscribed, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Helps out the old YouTube algorithm to suggest some videos to other folks who might not see my channel on a normal basis. And if they don't, shame on them. So. All right, guys, who all's watching me? Give me some comments. Is there any questions you guys have tonight about maybe summer fishing or started moving already? What does that mean? Leo, I'm not sure what you mean. What started moving? Like I said, drop a comment if you got a question about any of my setups that I've got, any rods I use, any reels I use. I've been kind of changing out my old stuff. I used Outcast rods and reels forever, and I still got a lot. Okay. Yes, Second Amendment has expanded. They've never closed. They still have a great selection. I think what they're going to do, Second Amendment has, and I'm there every week so I can tell you guys this, they have expanded. The new section you see, they basically doubled their store in size. The new part is going to have all the fishing gear. They're going to have shoes. They're going to have clothing, and for you ladies, if you're watching, they're going to have a little boutique in there. I was in there talking to Mark and Loretta and Marty last week, and I think they've pretty much got all the fishing stuff moved up the hill or up into the new part, and they're getting all that sorted out. They've done a lot of work. Those guys have really, really done a lot of work. And I love going in there every week. That's just like my favorite store to go into. I always try to support local whenever I can. If they don't have something, all I gotta do is tell Loretta or Marty for the fishing stuff, and they'll get it for me. So it's no problem at all. If you guys ever go in there, hey, tell them you saw this live stream and tell them, hey, I was talking about it. Maybe they'll give me a discount. But those guys always treat you good, treat you like family. Love going in there. Has anybody been crappie fishing lately? Actually, has anybody fished Tipple Lake lately? Or know? I know that they were doing some work down there. I got kind of sore at them for a while, and I didn't go down there because they've had some issues with the water. You know, I drive up the campground. I thought about camping down there, but they don't have any. They've had issues with their water. Hadn't had water in a long time. The bathhouses are closed. Tippa's tough. Tippa is tough, but Tippa can be great. Actually, that Z-Boss crankbait that I showed you just a second ago, that same crankbait, Tippa Lake, I caught my biggest largemouth ever, which was about 7.5 pounds. And it was a skinny 7.5 pounds. It probably would have went over 8 had it been like a pre-spawn. And that fish was nice. And I was very tickled. I actually thought that I was hung up that day on a piece of grass. I was reeling it in, and I almost just popped it loose like you do with grass. And by the time I started to do that, it came up and rolled, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've just got something big here. So, love that. Also, incidentally, this crankbait here I showed you, I've got this, I've been starting to use favorite rods. They've had some at Second Amendment, and I liked them. I took them, you know, I think I bought this Whitebird first. It's a really good rod. Really good for spinnerbaits, crankbaits, square bills such as that. This is a 7-foot medium heavy. Cork grip on it. It's a little, I don't want to say flimsy, but it just has a lot of, it's got a real soft tip. So really good for crankbait, spinnerbaits, not to, just kind of jerk the lure out of the fish's mouth. Comes with this cool rod sock as well. But that's a really good. Also picked up a Daiwa, got this on a Daiwa Tatula. I think I've got 12-pound test on here. I'm not real sure. Excuse me if I quit talking. I'm putting rods up, and I've got to stick them in these rod tubes in my new boat. You guys can see that? All those rod tubes. I like them and I don't like them. I like them because it keeps everything organized. I don't like them because the way the front of the boat curves in, it kind of pushes all the rods to one side. You know, it's not a deal breaker. I'm not going to take the boat back. Never taking this boat back, by the way. Love this boat. But, yeah. Any more questions, you guys? Have I missed any questions? I got a question. Has anybody been to Lake Lamar Bruce here lately? I like that lake. That lake has been a tough lake for me. I've actually thought about going down there because there's a trout pond at the front, and I thought about going there and trying to catch some fish. Sorry for tuning in late. What rigging rods for tournament? No, I'm not rigging for a tournament. I don't do tournaments anymore. That's a whole other video. But I don't do tournaments anymore. I may jump in a fruit jar once a year, but I don't. I'm rigging for summer fishing. I'm getting ready for the weekend. Thinking about going to a couple of different places. Not sure where. But Charles, well, it's good to see you on here. What trails you guys fishing? Anybody fishing tournament trails this weekend? What's going on out there? My neighbor actually told me about, there's a new team trail on Fridays, maybe once a month out of state line. It's like $60 for a team. It's real good. They got a classic that you go to, I think, to a different lake. But yeah, he's fishing that. And actually, I was on Pickwick Monday night. I put in actually at the state park there at the Circle, if you know what that is. And about 6 o'clock, I come around the corner and I seen about 10 boats coming at me, and I thought, oh, there's a Monday nighter. So, but no, I don't do tournaments. And like I said, that's another video. But like I said, has anybody fished Lake Lamar, Bruce? Have thought about going down there and checking it out? That lake has been good to me, and that lake has been bad to me. It's a tough lake. It gets a lot of pressure, because they took a lot of fish, and some people don't know this. Some people do. When they drained Trace State Park a couple of years ago, that lake had some giants in it. And they took a lot of those fish and put them in Lake Lamar, Bruce. And actually, it was either last year or the year before, I think there was a 13-pounder caught out of there. Massive fish. So, and I drove by there the day after. And there were cars down the road at that place the day after. Do I fish Bear Creek? Was it Scott Lewis? Caught the lake record. Yes, sir. It's good to have you on here, son. Hey, Scott. Now that it's like a year or so later, what'd you catch that fish on? Comment below. I'm going to guess you caught a little worm. I don't know. But drop a comment if you ain't scared. But let's see here. Anyway, Leo asked, do I fish Bear Creek? I do fish Bear Creek. Sometimes when I get up that way, it's a good place to fish. You can kind of get away from the crowd. It's pretty big, you know, and kind of get your own place. I've got 1 or 2 spots at Bear Creek, and I would tell you guys, but I don't know what the little Cutter Creek is called. But it's a little point. It's got a little deep place. It looks shallow, but it's not. And it's a good place to fish. If I knew the place, I'd tell you, because I don't hide no secrets. Funny that way. But let's see, Scott shed a shaky head. I can see that. Fish before been there. Good. Flipping bushes, no bigs. Yeah. Lake Lamar Bruce is tough for me. I do know that there are some really good fish in that lake. Really good fish. Scott, I hope you got a replica of that, man. That's an awesome fish. I would love to, catch one like that myself one day. But yeah, Lake Lamar Bruce, I've had some really good days down there where I've just caught them. And I went down there some days and, I couldn't even throw dynamite out and catch them. But anyways. But I think I'm about done with tackle prep. Like I said, guys, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in with me tonight. And I think I'm about done with tackle prep. It's getting about bedtime for me. I go to bed early. I'm getting old. So thank you guys for watching. If you're watching this live stream later on, I appreciate you coming back and watching it. And I'll try to come out next Thursday as well and do a live as well. And Beth, it's good to see you. Y'all take care. Caught several fish over 9 pounds about 2 weeks. I do have a replica. Good for you, Scott. Good for you, buddy. A lot of people, saw that fish and was just blown away. I was there. I drove by the next day, and that parking lot and down the road was full, and I thought it was hilarious. But that happens anytime you catch a lake record, and there's still some big fish down there to be caught, but it is very highly pressured. There are a few local guys that usually, the same group of guys will win that Sunday night down there, that little fruit jar they have. And there's some good group of guys that fished that down there. I actually had one of my crappier days down there, fishing that fruit jar. I just got my head kicked in and just couldn't catch them. I figured them out about 30 minutes before I had to come in. Cranked the motor up coming in, hit a stump and wrecked my prop. I've cranked up my big motor before I should have, and I knew better than do it. But I did. I've twisted my prop on my old boat, and I was just having a crappy day. And then I got to the lake, to the ramp. I think I might have weighed in 1 or 2 fish. Got back to the ramp, mad at the world, and this little kid come up to me because he watched my videos and said, "Hey, can I take my picture with you?" And that that made my day. You never know who's watching you out there. So, and that was before I had half as many subscribers as I have right now. But he was just a local kid, and I've seen him a time or two out there. And that kid caught the lake record crappie here, I think last year as well. So I really appreciate it. But like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching tonight. If you're new here, welcome. Hope you come back again. But I'm about done with putting my rods up, and I may do some rigging here next couple of days. Depends on where I go. I haven't made up my mind yet. But if you guys see me on the water, come on over and say hey. I love talking to each and every one of you. I love saying hey and, talking. Are you catching any crappie on Bay Springs? Actually, I've not been crappie fishing on Bay Springs in a couple of months. I went when it was cold. But here lately when I've been down there, I've seen a lot of people spider rigging. And so obviously the bite's pretty good down there, crappie wise. And I thought about pulling some crankbaits. I'm set up now to pull crankbaits on the back of the boat. So I thought about doing that this weekend. I doubt I won't be going to Bay Springs this weekend, that's for sure. Maybe next weekend, but maybe do that. So if I do, I'll let you guys know, and hopefully if it's any good, I'll make a video out of it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, you guys know who I am. Sorry Marshall's not out here. It's getting late, and it was raining, and I didn't want to get him out in the rain. Nobody wants a wet dog. But he'll be back. He'll be in some live streams with us. So thank you guys for watching. Come back again next time, and have a good night.